My first experience with music, especially like coming from Africa here, was Technotronic. It was like, get your booty on it tonight, make my day.
Hello, can you hear me? Hello. Boo selector. Boo selector.
Oh my God!
Hello, and welcome to a special, very special episode of Sounds and Style on NTS. I'm Lynette Nylander, and today we have someone who I love, someone who I adore.
I love you too
know him.
so much.
You know him as a designer. You know his famous bags, but I think that's doing him a major disservice because he's a full-service designer and he's one of the best designers of our generation. It's Telfar. Clap for Telfar. Woo! Telfar was established in 2005 and has gone on to break all sorts of records with all sorts of people. He's from Lafrac City, Queens, by way of Maryland, by way of Liberia, by way of now London, because we're in Selfridges and we are at the corner shop celebrating the launch of his bags that now come in leather. Yes. And so Telfar, I want to talk to you because we have spoken many times over many different parts of your career, and I always start the podcast with a quote. So I'm just going to lean over. It's actually something you told me a very long time ago, and you said, I would go to school at 6 a.m. until noon, go home and sleep until about 3 p.m., then work on my clothing. I would DJ in the evenings to earn money, usually until midnight to 4 a.m. Then the next day you would wake up and do it again. Yeah. So tell me, when you were clubbing, when you were out, when you were DJing, what were you wearing? What was it like?
Trying to pay rent and trying to pay for the next show, and also too just trying to survive in New York City. What I was wearing was definitely something designer, definitely secondhand, definitely returned the next day.
We all know it.
Yeah.
True.
I was really, really, really good at shopping. So I would go to Beacon's Closet and find like the Margiela or Yoji or like whatever thing that also too nobody would want, and wear it if I didn't want it again. You know, I just like accumulated. I would only get designer things. That was like my experience.
Right.
My experience with fashion is pretty much firsthand. So it was like going to Century 21 and going to places like that, and I'll touch every designer, and that's how I knew what it was. You know?
And you told me before you were making clothes when you didn't have the means, you didn't find stuff that you wanted, you would make the clothes yourself.
Yeah. I mean, like, and also too, the clothes that I wanted didn't exist. You know? So I'd be like, oh, I want something that looks like this and like that, and it's like you would look for it everywhere, and every once in a while you'd find like a designer thing that was kind of like it, but it's like I just have to make it, you know?
Let's talk about what you are actually wearing at this very moment.
I am wearing a Disgusted to be British tee that we customized into a Telfar t-shirt, dress shirt.
Would you like to go on the podium? Can we have the podium go around for a second? I believe it needs to go around. Here we go. Okay, keep talking.
Yeah, t-shirt, dress shirt.
Custom,
Catherine Hamnet.
With what?
Disgusted to be British.
Disgusted to be British.
Which I couldn't believe in more. But definitely get yourself a Catherine Hamnet t-shirt. Let her know that I love her.
We love you, Catherine Hamnet. Answer our emails. And what are the pants?
My pants are Telfar.
Self-designed.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
My watch is Luar.
His watch is Luar, a good friend Luar. In fact, I want to speak about
My hair
Luar.
is pressed.
His hair is pressed, made by himself. Amazing. Okay, so the first, we always root sounds and style in the music that you're listening to, the music that are inspirations. Yeah. So the first person that you chose that we asked you about before was Klein, who I know, you know, we love, an experimental music artist. Tell me what you love about Klein. Is there any specific song you really like?
Yeah, I mean like the whole album. And she just came out with a metal album that I've been listening to, you know, and also too just like in general, I love like, you know, we did a show in like 2019 in Paris. Yeah. And she and Crystal Mess, like they DJ'd like a certain part of that, and it was just like, it's up and it's like kind of something you don't expect and that you wouldn't expect to hear at like a party, you know? So it's like, I like the build up and the,
and when you were like designing, like what's your relationship to British musicians, and like do you listen to a lot of British music? Because I know you have a lot of British friends.
Yeah, I have a lot of British friends. I mean, like Miss Carrie Stacks, my favorite musician ever.
Yes, we love Carrie. NTS family.
Yeah, who, you know, we've made music together, and she's making music a lot for Telfar. Ian Isaiah, obviously,
Isaiah,
our musical director of Telfar, and that, like, most of the time, if we make music, that's like the person that writes the thing that we make together. You know, all of the bag songs, all of the colors of all of the bags, the circle bag songs. We have a mixtape, you know. But then also too, it's like, you know, we always make original music for each collection. It's like one of the first kind of like producers I worked with on shows was like Fatima Al-Qadiri, Jaiko Suzuki. Music's a big part of how I express the things that I make, and it's like really cool to be able to pair those things together.
People have called you New York's downtown designer and all of that stuff, but you've really taken it global. But to me, you've taken it global, but
Instagram is Telfar Global.
Telfar Global. But you still speak and really like rep for New York. And I want to take you back because for those who don't know, Telfar was born in LaFrac City, Queens. It's a very specific part of Queens, New York. And I want to talk about New York and that influence. Now you've taken it global. What was New York like? What were the sounds that you were hearing in New York?
I mean, like it's like I've always, it's like hip hop, R&B, and like kind of like anything. I say pop in a certain way that is like, I'm a pop.
you know? Like that's pop?
Yeah, like I love pop music. It's like I love Sabrina Carpenter. If you gon' see, then I'm gon' sow. What you gon' see, espresso.
Okay, this is definitely not the lyrics.
What you gon' if you gon' see, then I'm gon' sow. What you gon' see?
Would you dress Sabrina?
Of course.
Okay.
Yeah, and also
it's not for you. It's for everyone.
It's like you know, it's like I listen to everything.
Yeah.
Like, and especially like, you know, in a certain sense that it's like my parents used to be like, you know, they would like definitely censor what I would listen to. Like if it had curse words in it, you know, it's like I had to like buy it secretly. You know what I mean? Whereas like, you know, like when I went over to my cousin's house, they just like did whatever the fuck they want, you know, and you could listen to what you wanted. And that's like my musical experience was like coming from my cousins and mostly my girl cousins. It's like, you know, it's like R&B divas that like, you know, they listen to Brandy, Aaliyah, Mary, Anita Baker, like, you know, it was just like the hits, like front to back hits, you know, and then it was like, you know, my brothers that they just listen to rap, you know, and it's like, that was like, they listen to Wu-Tang and Mobb Deep and like, you know, it's like really East Coast, you know, so.
Do you think about those women, the Anita Bakers, the Aaliyahs, the Mary J. Blige, when you think about your clothes?
Do you see my hair?
Because they have, guys, it's just, for our audio listeners, he has a slip press, a silk press, for those who don't know.
I forget this is radio.
This is radio and a visual, so don't worry, we got both going at the same time. Yeah. We have both going at the same time.
No, it's like definitely, that's like my first experience with music, especially like coming from Africa here. I think like the first song I heard was Technotronic, you know.
Pump Up the Jam.
Pump the Jam was the first song I remember hearing when I came here in 1990. You know, and that was like, you know, and it's like, get your booty on it tonight, make my day.
And from it, Telfar was born. I feel like that was the song, that would have been a song that would have changed you, like, formally.
Yeah, and it was like that, and then it was like, because we would get tapes when we were in Liberia. It's like I saw MC Hammer, and like, you know, like, I remember MC Hammer was like the thing, you know?
It's surprising to me that you tell me that you had strict parents growing up, because for me, you have such a free, like, you are a very free person. And that is putting lightly, guys. I see Telfar out, he's free. I see Telfar in the day, he's free. We both live in Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn. I see him, he's free.
Yeah. But that comes from also to growing up in a way where it's like you gotta, you can read the room.
Right.
So you actually like, I'm at a point of like, I don't give a fuck. You know? I'm like, you know, come from Liberian parents. It's like really like, go to school and you know, you do what you're supposed to do, but like having like a job of like being a designer wasn't, I don't know, that wasn't like a thing that I saw that was like a thing. It's like, that's what I thought I would be doing on the weekend, and I was gonna be an accountant. Like I was like a certified public accountant.
He really was, guys. He went to school for business and was doing an accounting course. This is somewhere, and look at him now.
Yeah, I can't add. I can't add.
I'm gonna just segue into your second choice, Lil Kim, fellow native New Yorker, style icon, forever
bomb
baddie, bomb diva.
Forever.
Talk about what song, what genre, what album.
Queen bitch.
The one.
That's the one, you know, like, also too, is just like, every single Lil Kim album is the bomb.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And also too, like, when I met this person, that was like, you know, it's like, just like having that moment. I was like, I never thought I was straight in my life before, you know. Like.
All right, you have a brand slogan. Your brand slogan is, it's not for you, it's for everyone. I've always loved that. It really speaks to, you are not afraid.
It still keeps speaking, too. Like,
It's still relevant because you've never been afraid of dressing absolutely everyone. You want to see everyone on Oxford Street who I can see right now. You want to see them wearing your clothes, right?
Yeah, I don't mind it. I don't mind it. You know, I wouldn't mind, but that's their choice. You know what I mean? But it's like, the way how I do design is like kind of in this mass way, you know, that everybody can get into it or wear it in some kind of way, you know, so, you know, and it's also just like, when people are like, oh no, it's for this person, it's like, I hate that. Yeah. Because it's like, it won't be for long.
Do you hate all the like Bushwick Birkin, Hood Hermes, like you've had so many things and narratives placed upon you?
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say I hate it, but I didn't necessarily impose it on myself. I'm not trying to aspire to be the Birkin, you know? Right. Like, I'm like, I don't even know who Jane Birkin is. Like, and I don't care, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want one, you know? So I think that's, and it's cool if that's like, you know, in the aspect of bags and handbags is, you know, aspire to be that, but I don't aspire to be that, like at all. You know what I mean? And I think like the closest to that is like the carry, you know, because it's like everything about it is like, this is it. Love from Australia.
Love from Australia. Hi from Australia. This is Telfar. Telfar, come by the back.
Thanks.
Okay.
Yeah, but this is the carry, and it's our, you know, kind of re-entry into this like market of being in person. Yeah. So it kind of makes sense, you know, it can stand next to these other bags in a certain material way, but I think like the physical way and what I want to do in commerce is not related to it at all. Yeah. You know, because it's like something different. It's something different, and it's like, I think like this is something different that's not supposed to be like, oh, I sold all of them in 5 minutes, and it's like, you know, it's like, no, I have a nice bag, that's forever. You know, that's nice like, bag, that's forever. Yeah, a nice bag, and that's forever.
Solange Knowles.
Yes.
We know, we love, we adore.
Bomb diva.
That is a bomb diva.
Yeah, bomb diva.
Okay, tell us about why.
Respects. First off, she's just like such a beautiful, sweet, kind person, you know. And then like secondly is like, I think like we worked on something together at the Guggenheim.
Is there a particular song of hers you love or you love all?
All. Every.
And she's someone who, have you guys worked together on your brand or do you just?
I think like, you know, like every once in a while we intertwine and, you know, she has things. It's like I would love to do something. I think like, you know, with the new era that we're, you know, that is upon us with the store and things like that, and that being like a sound space, I think like there's more.
Did we just get a little exclusive?
There is a store that is happening in New York City.
New York City.
And this is like the Selfridges experiment is like the first step into that. So it's gonna be very much adjacent to this experience. You know, it's connected to the TV station. It's gonna be in Manhattan and kind of like in a very, 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 very shoppable area. You know, should I just say where it is?
You can say, let's have an exclusive, because I think I know where it is. I think I've heard where it is, but I don't think
we're gonna get down to the real deal,
An exclusive, go for it.
So, if you're a New Yorker and you know New York, you know, and if you're a real New Yorker, I mean like older New Yorker, 30 and up, you know OMG Jeans and the old OMG Jeans store that was on Canal and Broadway.
Canal and Broadway, guys.
Canal and Broadway.
International listeners, Canal and Broadway is one of the craziest intersections in New York. It's actually where a lot of fake bags, fake merchandise is sold. It's on the intersection where Soho becomes Tribeca, becomes Chinatown.
Tribeca.
Tribeca
is is where we are. And it's like, yeah, you can either get a fake Telfar bag or you can get the real one.
But he'll be right there.
The fake ones is actually more expensive than the real one.
Look at that.
You know?
So for all you people,
come on.
Telfar's pricing. He makes affordable. It's not for you. It's for everyone. That's the thing. Okay, Telfar, a couple of few parting words because I have to like leave you soon.
Why?
I know we can sit here and kiki with our cup of tea. Is, you know, what advice would you have for the generation of clubbers, music lovers, people who are going out, the club rats from which you come from? Tell them how they should be dressing, tell them what they should be doing.
One word of advice that I used to follow is like only go out when you're getting paid.
I love that.
Only go out when you're getting paid.
Do you have to be getting dressed?
I'm not following that rule anymore.
I think about the designers who came from your generation. I think about you. I think about Shane. I think about Raul. You all have done it.
Yeah.
You all were kids, clubbers, outsiders, people who were outside, and now you all have amazing fashion houses. Tell me about that movement of all coming up together.
I'm thankful for that, you know, like actually knowing people that came from where you came from and, you know, hustle that it actually takes to build a thing that is yours and that is authentic and that continues to be like growing. Because I think like, you know, I think we just are comfortable in what we do, you know, and like handle that in a certain way that like, you know, it cross-pollinates in like a very, you know, it's like they inspire me to do stuff, you know.
Well, Telfar, I could sit here with you all day having a cup of tea, a kiki, a chat. I have one last parting gift is to keep calm and carry on.
I'm carrying on.
But thank you so much, Telfar.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
I'm so happy to be on this show.
Oh my.